Good morning everybody, welcome to a video from LiveChains explaining and detailing how to set up a NOMP pool with our platform. For the most part, we've done the groundwork for you. A lot of the dependencies in the software is already installed. You just need a few simple steps to get everything running properly. Now in the video here we're going to use Bitcoin as an example because this one is an auto-gen build. You'll see why in a minute. If you need a different type of build, probably the non-auto-gen, if you check the video description there will be a link for a non-auto-gen version. Now the first thing we need to do obviously is pick a coin. We've decided it's going to be Bitcoin, so we need to get the source code for that. Nice quick search of Google, and we see that GitHub here is the top result. Nice and simple, and here we have all the code. So we're going to go ahead and clone that. By the way, this guide I've got here on the left is in your welcome email. You will need it, so it's probably worth opening it up at this time. So what we need to do is the first step is to clone our coin. So we're going to do that like so. It'll take a few seconds to complete. It depends on the speed of GitHub really, more than it does us. Once this is done, we'll show you more about the auto-gen builder here. So now that that's complete, what we're going to do is cd Bitcoin and then ls. Now we can see straight away that there is an autogen.sh file. If your coin doesn't have this, don't panic. Again, just click in the links in the comments, and you'll find the non-auto-gen version of this video. Now at present we need to install an updated dependency that's changed since we built the platform. It's not complicated, it's apt get install libtool. Now I've already done it. At this point it'd ask you to press yes to install it, so go ahead and do that and it will return you here. Setup is nice and easy. This is an absolute cakewalk. From the guide you can copy and paste these three lines. I'll do it so that you can see what happens. We just sit back and wait now pretty much. This can take anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. Bitcoin's a larger build. It does usually take a bit longer. It certainly takes a while to get the blockchain. As you can see, there's a few outputs there. They're nothing to worry about at this point, regardless of what they have to say. Once this is done, the wallet will be configured and then built. So at the moment we're just checking that the system has everything it needs to build it and give you a working program. Don't worry about all the yeses and the nos. If they're vital, it will stop. Just for the record, this is a 1 core 1 gig VPS that we're doing this on. So it is highly representative of the sort of speeds that you'll get for your build. That's pretty much the configure done. In a moment it's going to start making. Here we go, it's asking for enter. Now at this point the coin will start building. I'm going to pause the video here because it does take a while and you don't want to sit listening to me ramble on. Once the build's complete we'll come back and we'll get finished. Okay, so welcome back everybody. The build is now complete. We need to do a little bit of housework just to get the system ready to run the coin properly. So cd source src. Now we need to strip Bitcoin and then we need to copy Bitcoin to user /user/bin. You won't get the error that you've got on the screen. I've already got the client built for the next step of the video. You also need to copy the Bitcoin CLI So cp bitcoin -cli /user/bin, and that's that done. Now we're going to do cd ... Now at this point you would type in Bitcoin and press enter, and you will be given a error message. Don't worry about that at this point. We just wanted to create some directories. So now we're going to do cd.bitcoin, and we're going to create the coins configuration file. Now as you can see in the link in your welcome email, there is a complete config here already. So we're going to use that, and it will be nano bitcoin.conf, and we're going to paste that in. As you can see, we're going to work from the top down here. The RPC allows and the RPC connects, you don't really need to alter those. The RPC username and the RPC password. Now it's vital, absolutely vital, that you use highly complex and highly secure passwords. If they're compromised, the risk of theft from the server is huge. Another one you need to change is the RPC port here. Anywhere between 1500 and 52500 is fine. Take note of that because you're going to need it later. The add node of chains.livechains.net, you can leave that there. We don't have all the coins, but it can help initial syncs and getting the coins off the ground. So once we've done that, we're going to press Ctrl X and then Y, enter to save. So with that done, you're going to type Bitcoin. You'll get a nice message saying that the Bitcoin server has started. We're going to wait a moment, and then we're going to do Bitcoin -CLI get info. As we can see, we've got a nice bit of output here. The blocks is the one we're interested in. This number should be going up. If it is, when you run it again, as it is, the blockchain's downloading, sync's in progress, all is well. So we can move on now to doing the initial NOMP configuration. Before we do that, we do need one more thing. So Bitcoin -CLI get account address, and we need to copy that. So up next is NOMP. So cd ... /pull cd pull _configs. As you can see, we've already got an example file here, so we're going to copy that. We'll cp litecoin _example.json to bitcoin.json, and now we need to edit it. So nano bitcoin.json. So from the top down, enabled, this turns the coin on and off in the pool. Obviously we want to enable it. In the next line we need to tell the system which coin it's using. In this instance it will be Bitcoin. Now the first address that you come to is the wallet address for the server, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. It must be the server's wallet. You can try all sorts of different things, but it don't work. Under reward recipients here, this is where you put your personal Bitcoin address. This is where your pool fees will go, and the number on the end is 1.5. Now there's also a line underneath you'll note with a percentage. This is the NOMP dev line. We do ask that you leave it intact, but if you wish to remove it, you can. You need to delete the comma here, and then the whole row with Ctrl K, and that will remove it from the config. Now we're going to move on to the payment processing. Payment interval is currently set to 20 seconds, 60 is a more reasonable figure, once a minute, and the minimum payment. Now we should set one, but some coins have a real low block reward. With these particular coins you can end up with a huge amount of wallet dust, so you do need to keep on top of your wallets. They will eventually fill up, slow down, and the pool will grind to a halt. Next we need to tell NOMP where our Bitcoin wallet is. So the port is 1500. This is what we set in the coin config. So we set our username and our password. Because this is a SHA coin, we're going to want to change some of the difficulties. On this port on 3008 we'll set 2. We'll set a max diff of 4096. And a bit further down we'll change 256 to 4096. There's more. If you come over to the guide here, a quick read is a fully documented version of this config, so that you can understand what each of the parts do, you can have as many of these ports as you like. Again, we need to give the system the daemon address. So again, it's 1500, our username and our password. P2P, we don't need to change any of these settings. Again, they're covered in a quick read. You can play about with them if you wish. They're not essential for running of the pool at this point. So we're going to go ahead and save that, and to do that we just do Control X, then Y and enter. Next it's CD dot dot. Just bear with me a moment. Just need to make quick changes so that I can show you how it works. Cool. Now that we've come back down to the pool directory, we can go ahead and start the pool. Now this is nice and easy, but it is very important that you pay attention. When we start a screen, we need to name it. So we do screen -S, and then this one it will be Redis. Next we need to tell the system what command to run, which is Redis-server, and where to find the config. Like so. Press enter, and as you can see the system is now ready to accept connections. So we press Control A and Control D. Now it's very important you start the server like the way we've just shown you, because it uses a secure config which will prevent third parties from accessing the database. All that's left to do now is to start the pool. So same sort of thing, screen -S, we're going to call it NOMP this time, or pool rather, and it's nodemon is the command, init.js, and as you can see the pool is now starting. It will spit out some information about what's going on, what it's connected to, make sure everything's started. Now as you can see it's telling me that I'm still downloading the blockchain. Now if it's telling you that, chances are the config's right. The pool will start as soon as the blockchain is complete. If you're really lucky, your coin synced up pretty quick, and as soon as you started the pool it just went, in which case everything will be green. And that's it folks, you got a fully functioning, fully working pool. You can press Control A, Control D to get out of there. At this point you can log off, you're done. Now if you ever need to reconnect to the pool, if you want to reconnect to Redis, it's simply screen -R Redis. Again, Control AD to exit. Same thing, you want to connect to the pool, screen -R pool, and again you take them back. Now another thing, a quick notice is we use nodemon because it allows third party commands to be run. The most important of which is rs enter. This will perform a complete pool restart. Don't need it occasionally, but it solves quite a lot of problems quite often. So, and just like that, you now have a fully functioning working pool. We'll just give you a quick we'll just show you the website quick. Just so that you can see it is all functioning, and there we have NOMP with Bitcoin and SHA-256. Thanks all for watching, hope you enjoy your new pool. If you have any questions, you know where to find us.